Testing. Alright, we should be live. I'm hoping that the sound is working as well. We'll check that in the process as we go along. Welcome to this video. This is going to be just me basically still continuing my first playthrough of Final Fantasy 15. I'm going to be, in this particular video, I'm going to be avoiding all the main story missions. I just want to do about an hour or so of just screwing around with the quests, side quests, and hunting missions in order to level up a little bit and get some money so we can start spending on stuff. So yeah, let me just quickly check to see if our sound is working. Otherwise I'm gonna have to make that stupid intro again. I just want to have a quick look. Sorry guys. There we go. Yeah, so sound is absolutely working. That's phenomenal. Let's get our game on. So the reason I'm kind of doing this video is because a friend of mine kind of requested that I do a sort of mini mid-game review of Final Fantasy 15. This is by no means a full review, as I have nowhere near finished this game. So this is more or less just like, you know, let's see what you can kind of do and what kind of shenanigans you can get into in this open world of a Japanese RPG game. So
have a look at this, Noct. What about it?
What was that? That was Ignis. Interested in an inspection? Haul her down to Hammerhead. We pride ourselves on attention to detail. No job too small.
Any noteworthy news?
No, nothing, mate. So, since I'm going to do sort of a mini review of this, which is not a full review, I'm just going to start off by saying our party and our members and what I think about the characters so far. So, if you don't know, you play as Noctis, a prince whose kingdom has been utterly and savagely destroyed, and this is a sort of mission to get our throne back and reclaim what's rightfully ours. So yeah, you play as Noctis, and as you can see here, you have your band of fellow band members, may I say, boy band, as a lot of people call him, emo boy band. So to my immediate right, the far right rather, is Prompto, who is our resident joker, not too strong in terms of combat, but he's our resident photographer as well. He likes to take nice snaps of our party's adventures along the way. It's a pretty cool feature. I actually thought I would actually despise this character, but he's kind of grown on me, even though he can get quite annoying with his voice actor is not the greatest in my opinion, and his quirks can be a little bit annoying, but I do kind of like him. Right next to him we have our power tank, which is Gladius, as you can see right here, this sexy hunk of a man for all you ladies out there. Yeah, this is Gladiolus. He seems to be a friend of yours from high school and sworn to protect the realm and the kings and the princes in that realm, so he's like our tank party member, quite strong, wields a great sword, pretty decent. And finally we have our friend Ignis here, who is the more strategic and brainier type of person of our party, where he's involved in all the cooking and getting the food done and shit, and strategizing on how to do missions and overall overlooking the party as a sort of more responsible party member. Finally, the fifth character is this pathetic, stupid little car we have here called the Regalia. Okay, this is where my first criticism of the game is going to be geared towards. So this stupid little car is such a waste. It's such a potentially great idea gone completely bad, in my opinion. So they got this car, which is your car and supposedly your baby, and you know they make a lot of references to it. A lot of, you know, like it's like a toy thing, right? And it's, you know, everyone's proud to have their own little car, and it is a cool looking car, don't get me wrong. However, what you can do with it is just so limiting, so boring, and it's the only good thing about this car is that it acts as a sort of kind of a fast travel thing. So wherever you've last parked it, you can sort of fast travel to that point on the vast world. So if you're like, let's give it an example. So you can automatically have Ignis drive, who's your strategist, and he'll just take you to any point you select. So you can select it to go to a parking spot, a quest location, or just any point on the map you want him to drive to on the main roads, and you just sit back and enjoy. A good thing about that is you can sit back and listen to all the tracks that you have at offer, which are quite significant. You get a lot of music a great music, I might add, to your repertoire of music that you can play whilst driving. You get pretty much most of the Final Fantasy previous games' official soundtracks available, which is absolutely amazing. Such a shame that I don't want to spend as much time in the car as I would like in order to enjoy all that great music. So, which brings me to the next point. So we're going to get into the car and drive it a little bit, and then I'll talk about the other mode of transport. So as you can see, we got the fucking hood down. You can customize the car, try to give it its own personality. As you can see, I've put some red interior, some blue paint, some stripes on the side, you know, run-of-the-mill customization stuff, which, you know, okay, I guess are welcomed. You don't get to stick around with that car that you've been given. But at the same time, it does very little in order to make me give a shit about this car, to be honest. So now we're driving, and all I am literally doing is just holding R2. There is no way... I'm not steering, I won't steer, it'll turn by itself. I can't just turn left and go into that fucking field right there, which is so annoying. I just want to drive down there, you know, like, it's a wasted opportunity. And another thing that I don't like about it is, it seems that they're adding a lot of attacks from things like chocobos, which I'm going to touch upon in a bit.
What the hell?
But it's a shame you just can't, like, run over people in the highway. Like right now, let's see, it's going to stop there and I'm going to have to fight. Why can't I have some additional things to add to the car that will, I don't know, at least give me a first strike or preemptive strike. Anyways, we're not gonna combat those guys for now. That's a bit pointless. Just gonna back off a little bit and just keep them at bay. So yeah, the car is pointless. It's boring. It's no fun to drive. It's not the only thing I would do with it is get the other guy to drive, because it's just equally as mundane and boring. But I'll be listening to the music and, you know, admiring at least the beautiful open world that Square Enix has created, which is nice. And I have to admit that I have been doing that. I've been sitting in the car and just panning the camera around, wondering what's in the distance, or, you know, some interesting architecture and stuff. So yeah, that's just about it for the car stuff of things. So we're going to go ahead and do some missions. But before we do missions, we're going to go ahead and call what is the redeeming feature of this stupid open world is this chocobos. Oh my god, I love the fucking chocobos in this. You get the chocobos relatively early on. You wouldn't have seen me do it in my first video of Final Fantasy, and that's because I didn't get to that point yet in the game. But it is relatively early on where you can start renting chocobos, and you can just go anywhere with them, and I absolutely adore them. The more you're running around with chocobos... Ooh, there's a person in distress. Ooh, okay. So the more you're running around with the chocobos, the more your chocobo's abilities increase. So as you can see, I'm on level 10, the stamina goes up, you can jump higher, you can glide longer, and that's cool. And it just makes getting around the world a little bit better. It's not the greatest, still there are some problems with traversing this vast landscape, but it is infinitely better than the car. Only problem I have with it, in my opinion, is that I can't listen to the music that I buy from garage stops whilst riding on the chocobo. You do get the classic chocobo theme, which is cool, but you just have to deal with that entire theme for the entirety of driving around with the chocobo. I'm hoping that you'll find an item like, I don't know, a Walkman or something along the way, which will allow you to play all the music. That would be absolutely awesome. I don't know if there is such a thing, but I'll hold my reservations until I get to the end of the game and see if there is. That would make so much sense if they include something like that. So anyways, with the chocobos, you can do a lot more things as well. They can also help in attacking as well, so they can cast like buffs to your party. So let's see if I can do anything now. Dash the chocobo. I believe that one there, that option it gives me there, it will sort of is like an escape from battle sort of thing, so it'll jump onto the chocobo and the chocobo will run away, hoping to survive. Alright, let's get to some action. That's it with the traversing. I'm going to get onto the combat while we take on these 42 level red giants. These guys are quite tough. They're not to be fucked around with. I'm going to start off by mentioning about the combat. So combat, in my opinion, is incredible. It is a really, really, really good combat for... Ah, shit. No, get away. It's a pretty decent combat system for a Final Fantasy game. Personally, I think it's in my top well, in terms of Kingdom Hearts, Final Fantasy, and all the other ones I've played, so far it's probably one of the best ones, I have to say. The biggest issue I have with the combat system is the camera. The camera can be a little bit of a bitch to operate. It can be, it can get a bit annoying at times because especially in areas where there's a lot of vegetation. So in this area here, you can see it's a bit of a barren wasteland, so there's not much in terms of vegetation to get in the way, which is good, and you can be able to see. But the vegetation is pretty looking, and it's a shame that it always gets in the way of in big-ass battles, like against any sort of enemies that are large, like this one that I'm fighting right now. It can tend to just like lock you behind a tree, and you can't see what the hell is going on. You can't avoid things. But anyways, that's it. That's enough of my complaints about it. What's so good about it is, so yeah, it's as you can see, it's not turn-based. It's kind of real-time. You can pause it at any time to give you some thinking. You can use items while you're thinking about your strategy next, and you can also use abilities from your party members, which can help you taking down these beasts. So I'm going to use Prompto now. He's going to use his piercing technique, which is usually a shot. Some of the techniques of our party members are useful against certain enemies and quite useless against others. As you saw there, it didn't really do much damage or stagger this giant. Damn it! Get out of the way! Oh shit!
Not good.
All right, we're gonna have to heal up. Pop a potion. Let's see if Gladio's does anything. So Gladio's skill, as it is for now, you could get other skills, I'm aware, is that swipe with his greatsword. Oh shit, we've lost Ignis. So yeah, he does that greatsword slash. It can usually stagger enemies, usually the smaller ones, but since this guy's a giant, it's a little bit tougher. Oopsie. Shit, he's got a hell of a lot of HP, and I'm losing badly right now, so I might have to ditch this fight, which is not quite needed. Another thing I like about the battles is that they've added a parry system, which is quite beautiful and quite cinematic as well, and it's, oh, just missed it. It's tough to get the grasp of it properly, but when you do it, it starts doing some awesome link-ups with your party members as well. Shit, we've lost another character. Gladiolis is gone. Okay, that just leaves me and Prompto, so... Alright, I'm gonna shut up for a bit. I'm gonna try to take on this fight. I wanna see if I can take him down with the odds stacked against me so highly. So let's see what I can do. Fuck. That should... Alright, I survived by a stretch of hair there. Okay, come on, let's dance. Give a potion to Prompto.
Okay.
Alright, Prompto, shoot the bastard. And he's got a lot of HP. Oh wow, we can summon. Let's do a summon. Let's do a summon, guys. Oh, the summoning in this game. I've only got one summoned character so far. I believe there might be about 6. Oh, what's this? This is new. Oh my god, this is the... Holy shit, I've not seen this before. Oh yeah. Gaia's Wrath. So I guess I've got 2 summons. I didn't even realize I got this as a summon. Oh, that hurt, didn't it? Oh, that was a good one as well. I like that. Okay, so yeah, we have 2 summons. That's great to know. And it's cool to see it as awesome as the first one. So I've got Ramu and that Titan over there, which I don't know his name. Well, I forget, Archeon, I believe. Lovely. Taking care of him.
It just occurred to me, but this is totally like King's Knight. Huh? There's 4 of us.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. I did not expect that summon to occur. I don't know what's the precursor. You can't seem to choose a summon from a list of summons that you acquire.
Just like in the game.
Perhaps it's environmentally based, depending on which area you were at. I don't know. That's
anyone here is a rare.
I need to figure that out. So yeah, that's about the summons. The summons are freaking cool. That's probably the best feature about the fighting system, in my opinion. They just look so damn freaking awesome. They've looked they've never looked as cool as they do in this game, in my opinion. I can't wait to get the rest of them. So yeah, we're gonna do some missions. Let's do some missions. So I've spent the last hour or so trying to gather as many of them as possible, and because it's such a huge world, I'm gonna try searching for a close by ones, and we're gonna go from order of easiest to the hardest. So just so we can farm a little bit of money and XP and all that jazz. Okay, so we've selected that mission. It shouldn't be too far from here. This one, I think. Yep, it's just down the road. So the quests, what do I have to say about the side quests? The side quests are nothing particularly exciting. They are quite fun. They're not too bad. They're not. They're not very imaginative or awesome as the side quests of, say, like a game like The Witcher 3 had, which was some of the best side missions I've ever seen in any game, to be honest. But in that game, so it's very hard to top that. But the side missions in this are, you know, just your run-of-your-mill Final Fantasy side missions, and I'm enjoying them so far. There's a slight bit of variety. There's also those hunting missions which gain you hunting, basically a hunting rank. Which the more you do them, the higher your hunting rank, and the more hunts become available to you. So those are quite fun. I'm enjoying those, doing those and collecting money in the process. Okay, let's see. I found a few of these side quests around where you find injured civilians around.
Thank you.
Give them a potion, they get well.
All in a day's work.
And mission complete. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. Let's see what we have. So, in order from levels, so the other one's 15 and 12. Okay. Chase that chocobo. How far away is that one? I'm there. It's not too far either, so we can do that one. Sweet. Sweet, just down the road. Back onto the chocobo and away we go. Woo! It's worthwhile noting you can customize your chocobo. As you can see, I've got a greenish tint looking one. You do missions at the chocobo ranch and you get kind of not upgrades for your chocobo, but aesthetical upgrades is more correct term. I don't know if you can add any other stuff to it. You can add like these the medal in the front, as you can see there, that's a fake one, by the way. But the more things you do with your chocobo, you get medals, and you can pin them to its chest, as I'm trying to make it visible there, and it's not quite working. There we go. Yeah, right there. So yeah, you can just so you can customize your chocobo in terms of color. I believe you can do that for your party members as well, but I'm not entirely sure. You can change the colors and stuff of the. But I'll need to look into that, and I do intend to change their chocobos as well, so I can recognize who's who.
Time we put an end to that.
Alright, let's see what we have here. We have an item.
Thanks for the ride.
It's just around the corner, so we'll continue on foot. Fossil wood. Okay, what else can we chat about? Since this is a mini review, we are talking about the open world as such, and the world that they have created for this one. Alright, I've been checking out a lot of people's opinions online and what they say about this. My opinion is kind of mixed between those and my own personal experiences so far. Some people are saying that the story's a bit bland and the world building is not the greatest and interesting. I haven't escapes and scenes that are provided, RPG environments. So yeah, in terms of what it seems to be an interesting looking place to explore. There's some like. In some areas, there were some structures in the distance.
She's in a bad way.
We've got our own tales to worry about first.
There's some structures that genuinely look interesting from a distance that make me want to go and investigate and check them out and find out a little bit more about them. And they seem to be tied into the story as well, which is always a great bonus of game and level design, I would say. So far, it's very pretty. I do like the fact that it's real time, not real time. It's guys. As I was saying, I'm very happy about the fact that the weather changes, the time of the day changes, and it also changes some quests. So some of the monsters that you have to hunt, or optional monsters that you have to hunt, they only come out at night, so you have to camp till night, and the real-time weather effects that it can be raining, it can be nice and sunny, cloudy, clear skies, and all that. It's beautiful. It's just, I mean, like I'm just looking at the sky right now, and there's those stars and and the draw distance. It just makes the world that much better, in my opinion. It's really beautiful. And so far, it's been fun to traverse around here, and especially with my chocobos. Okay, let's
hurry up and heal the chocobo.
give it a potion. There we go. We rescued a chocobo. There you go, little fella. Off you go.
Good girl.
Fly, you
She's better
fool.
already. Talk about a weight off.
So yeah, I think the world is so far adequately nice.
I
It's
hope
got
she
some.
doesn't live here. It's not the safest place for chocobos.
Wiz says many have already fallen prey.
It's not like you can round them all up and put them in a pan.
That's just the way things are out here, I guess.
Yeah, we managed to save one of them at least.
So yeah, let's see what kind of resources we can find. There's a mining section somewhere around here. There we go. So, oh shit. One thing I despise is that I can't pick up items when I'm in combat mode. I mean, like the enemies are all that way. And the items, as you can see, are just here on the floor. So if I really want to pick those up now, I have to literally kill these guys. And that's a bit of a pain in the ass, because now I have to go this way. Yeah, I don't like that. That's a bit of an annoyance.
Bash some heads in.
So where are they? Oh, I have to go find them. Oh, there we are.
Ooh, hair bashing.
The combat system, I really like the fact that you can switch between weapons quite quickly, and there is a huge variety of weapons. Change your main character's main attacks. So I've got, see if I can show off what I have at the moment. I've got this great sword. I've got this flaming short sword, which is quicker, less powerful, and I've got this lovely spear at the moment. The spear, once you kill an enemy with the spear, it absorbs some magic attack from them, so you can equip magic as well, which is always a good added bonus. And finally, I've equipped myself one of the King's Royal Arms, as they're known. These weapons are super powerful. However, the flip side to using them is, there we go, got a parry. Oh yeah, got myself a parry. As I was saying about the Royal Arms, they are super powerful weapons that you can equip, and they're part of the story. I'm not going to spoil much in terms of story in this video, as I said. However, the downside of using those Royal Arms is that they do absorb some of your health points as you're using them, so it's just to sort of balance them out. There's some interesting weapons. I don't use them too often, to be honest.
This will make a fine paint.
But yeah, there's a good variety of weapons. You can get firearms as well, and with different status effects and all that. So it's good. It's good. Let's have a little quick look at my gear that I have quite right now. So I've got the Drain Lance, the Flame Tongue, the Thunderbolt, Blade of the Mystic, which is the Royal Arm, and we'll just have a quick cycle through and see just some of the weapons to see the variety of what you can sort of play around with. So the one I've currently got is the Flame Tongue. You've got the Rune Saber, which is special ore is woven into the blade, enhancing most wielder attributes. So equipping weapons as well is worthwhile noting. It increases your stats, as you can see at the bottom left now of the screen. So if I equip the Rune Saber, my H points will go up to 1434, and my strength will go up to 74, and some of the stats I'm still not quite familiar with what they do, like vitality and yada 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 yada. And it's got strength, defense, and all your usual RPG stuff in there. But it's interesting to know that equipping stuff, so if you have a spare slot, it's better to equip something than leave it empty, because it obviously improves your character's stats on the whole. So here we have our regular swords. We have great swords. I do love my great swords. I bought a load of those. Lance, I've only got a polearm. I've only got this one at the moment. These are like your shorter cutlasses and Avengers dagger-like weapons. My weapons, ooh, I don't remember picking that up. The Valiant, a unique firearm crafted from Insomnian technology. It absorbs the elemental powers of defeated foes. Okay, cool. Alright. It's also got decent attack compared to... in fact, I'll equip that now. Ooh, put it there. Okay, that was the guns. We got shields as well, which are quite interesting. You can use them to kind of attack and obviously block, protect yourself from enemy attacks. Machinery, I don't quite get how these work. I haven't tried to play around with them a bit, so I need to experiment a bit more before I figure them out. These are the Royal Arms. You get these by doing specific quests, and usually in dungeons around the world. They're kind of story related as well. Make your character a bit more of a badass, and they all do different stuff. And finally, you can also equip spells. Thunder, which I have there. I've only got one left. And yeah, That's it. And you can obviously equip your teammates' stuff and their abilities, their techniques, which I only have one of each for now, but I'm sure you can equip other techniques and improve them as well as you go along. And they do tend to look quite badass once you pull them off with link attacks with your party members. I like the combat with all 4 characters. The characters seem to be pretty decent in battle. They don't tend to be as annoying as I thought they'd be, considering that there's 3 AI characters accompanying you in battle at all times, which in my experience in previous games of other similar games or games that always have AI partners, they tend to be quite terrible, to be honest, and they don't do things the way you want them. I do have some issues with the party following me around. They tend to get in the way when I'm in towns, and I keep bumping into them, and it's like, the reason I'm bumping, and you have your character like Noctis like sort of apologizing to them as a joke, like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. But like the way that you bump into them usually is because they rush in and then they just stop right in front of you while you're jogging along, and then you turn to knock into them, and you're come on, man, fuck off, stay out of my way, follow me, and don't give me shit, bro. But yeah, it's a small little gameplay, but it's yeah, they do get in the way sometimes. Get off, mate.
It's close.
I do like the fact that we get these things happening every now and then. We get these crazy bastards from the magic tech, from the Imperial guys in the story. Ship keeps flying around, and then they drop off some soldiers. Let's take some on. You ready, guys? Are we ready? Try my new gun as well, see how that looks. Ah, shit, that's what we didn't need, one of those.
Gotcha.
Oh, fuck. Oh, shit, this is gonna be a tough one. Possibly wise to run away from this one, but let's see. We'll brave it on. See if we can do some damage to this thing. Come on, Gladius. Okay, weakness. Okay, give a potion to Gladius. Come on, I want them all alive for this. This is going to be important. Okay, back strike. Oh, 9999. That was the first time I got that type of damage. Block. Ah, I tried to get the parry there because it usually looks cooler on the bigger enemies as well. Yeah. Shit, we've lost two down. At least we can take down this machination before we leave. Fuck. One thing I found about the combat, there's a little bit of a glitch where every time I use Ignis's technique, which is kind of weird. Bollocks. I don't know, I think there's a bug on that, and every time you do it, it just like, it feels a bit offish.
Thank you.
Oh, no, get away. Okay. Mark him again.
On your mark, Noct. Gotcha.
Let's see if I can use my limit break as well. It's called Amiger in this. Oh, I do have it, so I can use it now. It's that circular shit. Let's see if I can use it quickly. That blue circle in the bottom left-hand corner. Once it's filled up, you have an access to a really powerful attack. Fuck, I'm left alone. Let's see if it works. The armature, as it's called. Here we go. I've activated it. You go into this sort of frenzy mode. I can inflict a lot of damage. You still can take damage, and you have to avoid them and try to get the counters if possible. Come on, let's get a counter. Oh, damn it. Oh, fuck, I'm dead. Okay, Phoenix down. I don't want to use that, but anyways, here we go. Block. Ah, motherfuckers. So anyone who's familiar with a Final Fantasy game will recognize these stupid bombs. They always do that homing, I'm gonna fuck you up sort of thing, which is really annoying. They are quite annoying in this as well, but... Okay, that's done. Alright, now we can take on this guy, hopefully without too much issues. Oh, he's got way too much health. No, I'm out of here. I'm out of here. And I don't have any party members. Take our experience points that we've gained and get the hell out of here. Okay. There's my chocobo, he's right there. Alright, let's get a camp on. Alright. Camping. Okay, so it's a good opportunity to show off how we get magic as well in the game. Way down there. So around camping sites you'll usually find these things to absorb. As you can see, that's a fire one. There's a couple more around here because there's a lightning and a ice-based magic spell around as well, so we'll get both of those before we build our camp. There's the lightning. Okay, as you can see our inventory is full, so what you have to do in order to free it up, you have to go to Element C, and you have these things called magic flasks, which I have quite a lot of actually. Ooh, okay. Choose one empty one, and then you choose your preferred magic type. So we're going to do lightning in this case. We're going to use all of it, and we're going to craft. So once that's crafted, it gets into the flask, and I've created Thundara with a potency of 109, and then you can choose to equip it into your slots or just keep it, store it for now. I would do the same for all the other ones as well, just to get them out the way. Empty out our stocks. So as you can see there, if I had more than another what's it called, 16 more fire elements, I could have it would have gone up to Fira rather than Fire, which is a stronger version of the spell Fire, for anyone who's familiar to Final Fantasy games. Yeah, it's just worthwhile noting. So you see I've got Thunder and Thundara. It's the same thing. The potency is 99, but once it goes beyond the potency of 100, it turns into Thundara, and I'm guessing there will be Thundaga and Firaga as well, as is a tradition in Final Fantasy games. Okay, we're going to do an ice one as well, just so we can have some ice on standby, just in case. Alright, craft the ice, and that's going to be just the regular Blizzard, and not the Blizzara as well, because it's below 100. And I'm going to equip that, actually. I'm going to put it in the place of there. Okay, fantastic. So we got 3 spells, 3 spell casts. There we go. Let's go get the ice as well, which is right over there. Beautiful. Okay. Somebody's tired. We're going to put him to sleep. Let's set up our camp.
I'm all sticky and gross.
You. Oh, these guys make themselves sound so gay. It's not even funny. Oh, yeah. Okay, here we go. Do a few more missions. I'm going to end that stream as well. So, what are we going to cook today? We got some new dishes here as well. Increases attack by 80, increases maximum hit points by 200. Yes, I'm going to go for that. And as you can see at the bottom there, it's got an icon next to the bottom right of the food with a character and a heart on top. That's to signify that that character particularly loves that dish. I think I've equipped some sort of upgrades to my characters that if you buy feeding them their favorite dish, I also get some AP points, which are used to further level up your character's attributes. I don't know what AP stands for, possibly attribute points. I'll call them that from now. So yeah, I'm gonna feed something for Noctis that he likes. Why not? And we're gonna feed our chocobo as well. You find greens for your chocobo, and you feed them at the campsites with different abilities to. It aids them. So, for instance, the Mimet greens right here, they'll temporarily boost your bird's stamina. Other ones will help the bird's galloping speed. The Kuriel greens. and also your bird's gliding ability. I don't know if there's any other greens around, but I'm pretty sure there might be. I am aware that there are some chocobo races in this game. I haven't found them yet, so maybe I haven't looked hard enough. I'll be looking forward to finding some of these chocobo races as well in the future. That looks damn good. Damn good, I tells you. Grease monkey schnitzel sandwich. Sounds appealing. Okay, let's get some of that XP in there. So you only get to utilize your XP once you've rested at a campsite or a lodging of some sort. There are a few lodgings situated around the world. So there you go. Just so you're aware. So you won't level up straight away when you get the experience points from battles, but you'd rather need to go bank them before you die in order to get the most out of him. Skill level up. Beautiful gladiolus. So as you can see there, each character's got their own skills that they specialize in. My character Noctis is a supposedly fishing expert. I've been trying to get into the fishing minigame. I really want to like it. I really want to like it because I do always intend to enjoy fishing minigames in these type of games. I've enjoyed a few in the past. Zelda games are pretty good with that. And there was a couple. What was the other game that a long time ago had an absolutely phenomenal minigame that was fishing, and I spent hours and hours just going around fishing. I don't recall off the top of my head, but in this one, I don't know. Maybe I just don't get it right. It doesn't seem as fun as it should be. Yeah, well, I haven't found a lot of sites as of yet where I can fish as well. That's another thing to note. I found, I think, 2 places in the game so far where you can actually go fishing. I'm pretty sure there will be much more. In fact, I have no doubt there will be much more. I just haven't found them as of yet, so we'll see. I'll reserve my judgment. Gladiolus, who is our resident tank, he's more of the outgoing camping type of guy. So the more you're walking on foot, the more he levels up and gains access to further abilities and whatnot. As you can see right now, his level has he's just leveled up, and will be able to procure high elixirs for me in the heart of battle, which is always great. Ignis is our resident cook, leveling up on his behalf, I believe. Does things like increasing the amount of time that status effects will benefit you when you're eating food and whatnot. And finally, our friend Prompto is our resident selfie taker. He takes photos of our adventures as we go along, and the more you do that, the more he levels up. That's a sort of passive sort of skill that goes up, and each level he gains, he gets like filters for his camera. It enables him to take photos whilst in combat and all that kind of stuff, which is pretty cool. Actually, I really like that, even though it's such a benign leveling up ability thing. It's such a, you'd think it's okay, that's such a pointless thing to level up, because it doesn't do anything to the fighting or anything. But all it does is provide us with, I'll show you now. If I click next, all these beautiful little snapshots that he takes. Okay, some of them are a bit shit like that. Like, what the fuck is that picture, man? Consider yourself a photographer. So yeah, you get like all these different types of pictures that he'll take around from all the places you visited, and this happens in the background, so it doesn't necessarily have to tell you, always stand there so I can pose for a picture or something. It'll always show up the snaps that he's taken of you and the party. I mean, like, that one's a pretty cool one. It's a cool looking pose as well. Lighting happening in the background. And I have to say, I'm enjoying this more than I probably should. It's got a nice little shot of me getting on my chocobo there. In mid-battle, this is like one of the abilities you get as you level up is... these are cool. I actually really enjoy that. You got a bomb picture. That's cool. I like that. I'm going to save that picture. I like the unique bomb monster images. And then you can obviously choose which pictures you want him to save. Oh, we've got the red giants as well from the distance. Nice. I like that. Save that one as well. And yeah, as I said, and I've just noticed now, as I'm scrolling through the pictures, it's actually showing you where he's taken the exact picture, which is something I didn't notice before. That's pretty cool. Lovely. So if you want to go back and maybe find an enemy that he took a picture of or something, that's pretty useful, actually. Cool. Yeah, as I said, I'm enjoying that little feature of the game more than I think I should. I really. I really have. It's such a stupid thing. And I think to myself, I wish I had a camera in this game so I can actually stop and take pictures of things that I like. And I still do think that I wish that I can actually get that. I hope that might be a feature later on. But having said that, even without having my own personal camera that I can just stop and enjoy the view and take a picture of, having him do that and that being an integral part of his character as well is pretty cool. I like that. It's quite funny. Now that's an interesting thing. When Noctis eats his favorite foods at camp, the tech bar fills more quickly. And that's the first time I've fed Noctis something that's his
Ready
favorite.
for more?
So that's
You bet.
That's good
Let's
to know.
hit it.
So we're going to go back and report to our friend Wiz. And I don't know. I have a feeling that the Chocobo races should be around there, but I haven't found them yet. So let's have a look. All right. 0.85 of a mile that direction. Let's go. And okay, so another little criticism, which I have a feeling I'm going to run into right now, appropriately for this segment. This open world, okay, it's not as open as I'd like it to be, and let me try to elaborate on that because it is clearly an open world game. But, and this is a big but.
Feels so sluggish.
Yeah.
You can't really traverse anywhere you want to go in this open world, which is it's infuriating, to be honest. For instance, like now, I'm going to have to trek around half this mountain in order to get up here, which is understandable if the developers want to avoid you from going to an area too soon, or they want it's part of a mission and they don't want you to go there until you do some main mission or whatnot. But it occurs so often, and mainly like on highways and stuff. There's some points where there's got like these invisible walls that don't make sense to exist there, so you have to like trek around half a mile in order to get around and go to a point of interest, which is kind of annoying. Really, like now again, I'm trying to get to the other side of this fucking. I don't even know if I should be going this way or. And the map system is not the greatest, I have to say as well. So I'm going all the way down there. Fuck. So I really have to go all this. Just follow the cursor. I'm gonna have to go down, left, up here, up, and all the way around. And there's just no way that I can just trek up here or climb or do anything, which is such a shame because I just want to fucking get there, you know. And I don't want to take the roads. I want to enjoy the grasslands, have some fights along the way, maybe encounter some enemies that are way too tough for me at my current level, that kind of thing, you know. And I feel that's kind of missing a little bit from the game so far. I have run into some enemies that are super powerful that I just said, oh no, I'm out of here. I'll be back, but I'm out of here for now. There was one particularly cool looking snake-like creature that I encountered. And I don't know where I fucking found him now. I just can't remember. But I do intend to. I'm more than 100% sure that it's going to be one of the hunting missions. So I'll be looking forward to doing that whenever I get the chance to level up enough and deal with it. And I think I have leveled up quite significantly since I first saw that monster. So yeah, things like that are pretty awesome. So let's see. Am I going the right way now? I can't depend on just my mini map at the top. Yeah, just follow it all around. And there's also fishing spots along the way, so maybe I'll show off some of the fishing as well. Worthwhile noting as well, I've added the ability to gain AP points for just doing nothing but riding a chocobo. And since I enjoy riding the chocobo for most of the way, that makes a lot of sense in terms of making some AP to spend into character developments and stuff like that. Ooh, enemies coming. Screw them. There they are. And it's absolutely gorgeous. I can do this all day. Like, just enjoy the locales and the views. But at some points it can get tiresome if you just want to get on with the mission or go find the hunting grounds where you're about to go for a hunt or anything like that. It can be a little bit tedious, to be honest. And that's the thing I think as game developers need to avoid when they're building fast open worlds. The most important thing, in my opinion, is making it fun to traverse those open worlds. So, let's see. There is a path going straight, but I don't think it'll be a shortcut. It could be. It could be a shortcut, but I could be mistaken. I'm going to give it a go. Let's see. These things usually end up in disappointment, but and so is this one. This is definitely a disappointment. And maybe some item or something. Nothing. Oh, there we are. There is something.
Thanks for the ride.
We'll meet again.
Yeah, I was kind of hoping there'd be a climbing mechanic, or I don't know. And since Noctis can teleport, right, it can do these things in the specific stages. It just doesn't make sense why you can't just do it here. Why can't I just use the teleport thing, grapple up there, and just continue my path from up there? It's maybe leaving the party. Yeah, at the very least, you penalize me by leaving the party members behind who can't do the teleport thing, and I could understand that. And I would say, okay, fair enough. Go with your party members in the car, and I can't do the teleport thing to show off now. There you go. Just did it there. Normally you could do that in battle. You'll find these warp points which replenish your magic points when you do so during battle, and also to get you on an elevated ground so you can choose your next opponent carefully. It's a cool feature during fights and whatnot, but again, why can't I use that just to get up that cliff and go over to the mission marker, which is not too far away from here. But anyways, enough of that. So that's one of my gripes of the open world with this. But damn, I love me some Chocobo action. It's good. It's so good. I'm so happy they included this. And it's just overtaken my car as the 5th character by a mile. The car is just pointless. It really is pointless. And it's a shame because I kind of see what they wanted to do with it. It's just a shame that they didn't pull it off anywhere near as cool as they should have made the car as sort of a personality of its own. I mean, they gave it a fucking name as well. If you give your car a name, you expect it to have some sort of personality. And as it stands, it's just an overpriced looking convertible that belongs to royalty that does nothing but drive like shit, and whereby a Chocobo does a much better job. Yeah. And it's slow as well. That's another thing. It's a fucking car, and it feels like it's slower than a Chocobo, which is it's weird. I don't know. I just think that's a terrible design decision. Speaking of the world, so you see that in the distance, that's story-related, that sort of meteor-looking thing. And I like it. There's the other one in the far distance, which I haven't been to yet, with that smoking, ominous-looking mountain peak or whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, that's awesome. That's pretty cool. I like, again, this architecture here is cool. I really have. I enjoyed the aesthetical look of this open world. It's beautiful. Right, I'm going to finish this mission. I'm going to do one more hunting mission, and I'm going to call the stream a day right there. I think that'll do as a sort of mini review, preview of just the side mission stuff for now, and, extra curriculum activities that you can partake. Ooh, what's that on the map? I don't even know what that logo is. Let me have a quick...
OMG, guys. They've got Chocobo races here.
Oh, here we go. Fantastic.
Watch.
We have to continue our journey.
Come on. Just a little longer.
All right, let's have a look what this guy has to sell. Maybe he'll sell some the greens. Awesome. Okay, so the Chocobo racing is close to the Chocobo Ranch. I thought it might be, but I don't know. I couldn't find this earlier.
Chocobos? We hold races here, and you can put your skills to the test against others.
Cool.
Our birds have been in high spirits since old Deadeye bit the dust.
That was
Tell
me.
you what, I'll lend you 2 of our perkiest. Why don't you grab a friend and have a friendly little race?
Race against Prompto. Not quite yet. I'm going to finish off this mission.
Come back anytime, y'all.
The reason I don't want to do it yet is because I want to invest there. There's a skill in the skill tree that awards you with AP and experience points if you do Chocobo races. So I'll do all that stuff first before, and I would do them in my own leisure. A little bit disappointing that he will give you a Chocobo and you just can't use your own personal Chocobo which you've leveled up and all that. So I don't know how that's going to work if you get better Chocobos as you go along. As the races get harder, but we'll see. We'll check that out. So, as I said, I'm going to come here. I'm going to finish off this mission.
Looks like y'all got good news. You save her?
Yeah, I saved the old bird.
We got there just in time.
Heck, I'm mighty grateful to y'all. It's usually bad news, and I was bracing myself for more. Sometimes I get to thinking maybe keeping chocobos ain't in accord with the laws of nature. But them fellas are just too darn adorable. Anyway, I'd like y'all to have this, by way of thanks.
You're welcome, pal. That's pretty good, 2,000 actually, that's not too bad. Ooh, lovely, seeds. awesome. Oh yeah, there's another mini game where you can grow crops and sell them to a local restaurant owner for money or items.
Still keeping on.
That's cool. I got some more items for that. All right, let's see. So any...
Leeson's been giving us a real hassle.
Sorry, as I was saying, any outposts you find, any safe haven, any sort of place that you can reside and see some NPCs around, they tend to have restaurants, and in those restaurants you'll find, for instance, you can talk to the restaurant owner. And like right now, he's going to add some new items and new points of interest on my map, which is always useful. Always good to do. There's so many outposts that I haven't been to yet, so every time you visit them, be sure to say hello to your local innkeeper, and he'll also provide you with some food to eat, which will improve your abilities and statuses for a while. And finally, they'll also have these hunting missions for you to do. So we'll go ahead and take on this Thunder Bomb. There's 5 of them. They come out at nighttime, so we're going to have to park here for till nighttime. We get all these rewards for doing this mission: 3,330 gil and Mega Elixir 1. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Since it's thunder, I think we should use a Blizzard spell, maybe? I don't know. Okay, so we'll wait here until nightfall. And yeah, these hunting missions are quite fun, however, and this is a big however, I thoroughly enjoy doing them. My only problem is getting to and back to finish the mission, which is again, it can be, you know, if it's not too fun traversing the environments and you get stuck in these obnoxious highways which won't let you traverse too far, it can be a bit of a pain in the ass. And yeah, it's just a shame you just can't use your mobile phone to I don't know, complete the mission or something. I'm just saying, okay, done, yeah, that guy's been taken care of, mission complete. Do you have any other missions? Post them on my mobile and I'll just go ahead and do them. Which is a bit of a shame, I guess. You know, they're trying to make you come back to your safe havens every now and then. See developments that are happening with the people there. I kind of get that as well, but it's just... it's a bit tedious, especially when some of the hunts are quite far away. Like, this one's not too far.
Who's to say what's natural or not?
There's no easy answer, but they do seem happy in their pens.
You mean it's chocobos?
We can go this way. There's a giant spawning behind us. Ooh, it's dark. There's a lot of dangers in the dark. Alright, we're getting close. Alright, so I complained about the traversing to the hunting missions, and this one's one of the better ones I've seen. So yeah, this is possibly the best one I've seen in terms of how quick it is to get to the mission. Alright, off we go. Stay here, buddy. We'll see you in a second. One thing I hate is there's no option to pet my chocobo. Really annoys me. Really annoys me that I cannot just pet this thing and give it some greens to eat while I'm just standing right next to it. A nice little touch that I really like is every time you go camping, and initially the chocobos would be a little bit more distant, and the more and more I use them, there were some points at camping sites where I'd be like cuddled inside the coat and like, lying on top of the chocobo, and they're like, you know, cuddled together. It's so cute. It's really nice. It's a nice little touch there, you know. Obviously the chocobo's getting to know you better and more comfortable around you, and it's cool. It's fun. Okay, there's a treasure. Let's go get that first. Gatoblepas Fang. Alrighty then, so the enemy should be here. Where are they? Oh, yeah. Oh, ooh, hello. Hello. Alright, fellas. Ready? Let's cast the spell. I'm gonna cast ice. Okay, it doesn't do much damage to the thunder guys. Well, oh boy, they're all after me. And you gotta be careful with the spells, because as you can see, the spell has affected my party members more than these guys. Alright, here we go. Mark them, Mark Ignis. Since this is a mini review, I'm also going to comment on one thing that is probably the best thing about this game by a long shot. And this is no way a dig of the game, because if I say something along the lines of that this game's soundtrack is phenomenal, absolutely phenomenal, as in no way sort of compared to the rest of the game, it's nowhere dig against the rest of the game. It's just it just goes to show the quality of the Final Fantasy team and the composers that they employ. They have the best music in the business. Oh my god, like this battle theme is great. the fact that they have a lot of new material. That was an easy one. The fact that they have a lot of new material in terms of music, as well as all the classics from the previous Final Fantasy games, which are
Another night out.
such an important part of my childhood growing up as well. It's the nostalgia factor alone. It's just, oh my god, incredible. Right, so what do we have here? Let's go back to the camp to complete the mission. So yeah, the music is sound effects. The works are just incredible. They're so well done. So atmospheric. They have these bits where, so when you're trotting along on your chocobo, I'll try to show that off now, for instance. This has happened a few times, with dynamic music changing depending on what you're doing. So now we've got the chocobo theme playing. As you can see, I'm just trotting along slowly. If I start to speed it up, you'll notice that the theme just changes, so it just jumps into that more peaceful, okay, we're going to move on a little bit quicker sort of tune going on. It's really nice. I really like this dynamic music thing, and it's happened a few other places in the game. I can't recall now off the top of my head where. Not just for running, it was something else. When you get close into an inn, for instance, the music changes slightly differently to make it more accommodating. It's cool. It really works and helps to build the atmosphere, in my opinion. All right, so that was an easy one of the hunts. It wasn't a particularly challenging one, and I think that's because I've leveled up quite significantly in the last few days.
Nice riding.
Thank you, pal.
Howdy there. Say, y'all got some time to spare?
Sure, what's up?
Maybe
got a new
y'all
mission.
heard of black chocobos? See, they ain't yellow like the regular birds. They're disappearing from these lands. Seems like there's less of them every year. But I got word that one laid an egg.
Is that right? Good news.
Surely is. Except the mother bird's gotten hurt. Some hungry critter's bound to come across them before long. But because folks' lives ain't in danger, the hunters refuse to lift a finger.
Guess it's up to us then. We'll see what we can do.
Okay. Savior of the species. We're gonna get a black chocobo, yo. Alright, let's complete the mission. Quest.
Surely hope you can help that mother and her egg.
Yeah, another thing to note rather is you have to be careful with these missions. So this guy clearly gave you the mission. If you keep talking to him, he won't give you the cash for completing the mission. You have to come to this bit here where it says quest and cash it in there, which is really annoying. I don't understand why they did that. That's just
surely hope you can
no,
help that mother
not gonna work.
and her egg.
Sorry, I'm just talking bullshit. You do have to talk to him to cash it in.
Today?
When you do his side quests, you have to cash it in at the table.
Back in one piece.
But when you do the hunter quest, you have to talk to him. So, like I just did now. So yeah, that's a bit weird. It just doesn't really make much sense. You know, why don't they just have like a prompt once you've talked to him
Grab some grub before
about
you
the
go.
stat, the condition of your mission that he's given you. Doesn't do that. That's a bit of a bummer. But yeah, small little issues again here and there. Things that can be fixed, I guess, with patches and whatnot, I suppose. So yeah, that'll conclude this video, I think, right here. We'll just leave it there. Just like to say thank you for tuning in to watch this. If you like this shit, give it a like and whatnot. And if you want to see more of this, please let me know. And also, I'll probably do some more Chocobo racing a bit later on. Maybe I'll save some videos and upload them up here. See how well they fare compared to Final Fantasy VII, for instance, where they had Chocobo racing in that. Yeah, thanks all. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.